Hey everybody, welcome to Northeast Bass Fishing. How you doing? I was kind of wondering what I was going to do for a video tonight, and I realized I hadn't shown you guys what's in these over here, so I don't think I'm going to do all of them tonight. Maybe I'll just do like these 3 to start, and then do another video on the rest of them, just so it's not an hour-long video. So these are just, just these storage boxes that I use for different baits, and they're somewhat organized, but they definitely need to be organized more after the season because, a lot of times I just throw stuff in here. So I'll show you the best I can of what's in here, and hopefully you'll get a good enough view of it. Here's if you guys have ever seen those Moon Eye jigs from VMC. Some of these, glow in the dark, some just different colors of those. And I'll try and move some of this stuff out of the way so you can kind of get an idea what's in here. As I said, these are not completely organized. There's a lot of stuff that's gotten dumped in here over the season. Some of those, I don't know if Gamakatsu still makes these old swim jigs, these lead swim jigs. There's some different kinds of swim jigs. I used to get these, I think, up at Dave's Bait and Tackle when he used to have a store up in Mayfield, or not Mayfield, I don't think he was in Mayfield, but up there by Mayfield, around Great Sagandaga when my mom lived there. That's just some of those. Here's some of the Body Balance Mega Bass heads that I've gotten. You guys have seen other videos of those. More Moon Eyes. Actually, doing this video will help me get this a little organized, or at least get some stuff where it's supposed to be. Title Shot jig. That's a big one. I don't know what that even weighs. 1 ounce. I don't remember where I got those, but I would assume there's going to be mostly jig heads in here. Yeah, here's those Yamamoto jig heads I have. Some of the Musthead screw-ons with the weight underneath. 1/8 ounce. Use those for swim baits. More Mustheads. More Yamamotos. More Yamamotos. I do think I got a lot of these from Dave back in the day. Owner darter heads. Mojo bass jigs. See those screw-in jigs with these are 3/16 ounce 4/0. Just for swim baits and stuff. Old ones I've gotten over the years. More Yamamotos. Lots of Yamamotos, so I'm definitely going to organize this and kind of get every brand together. There's some Owner screw-on hooks. More of those those big Bass Magic jig heads from Lucky Strike. Some more of those, different sizes and weights. And some more darter heads, and it looks like that's it. So this side, these all need to be put in the same bag. So we'll do that later tonight. And you guys use these jig heads. There's a lot of different colors and sizes. Chartreuse heads, but they're good for little swim baits or little jig heads for whatever you're throwing. That's a neon Chartreuse 3/8, so different sizes there. A bunch of those. Some smaller sizes, different colors. Lots of uses. Most of the time I use those as kind of like a swim bait type head. It's kind of what that section is supposed to be. I'm not saying stuff isn't going to be mixed in there. Let's see. Here's just some snaps for, if I'm cranking and I don't feel like retying every time. I want to change my baits quick. I'll use those, or for my blade baits. So there's some snaps there. Finesse wide gap hook for wacky rigging. Let me just get some of this stuff out of the way. Let's see. Owner beast hooks. Just a bag of, looks like red hooks. Different PWG hooks here. Some Gamakatsus, reds, different sizes. Some Demiki hooks. You guys like throwing a Demiki rig? There's their different sizes in those. I'll move those out of the way for now. You guys like throwing that Tokyo rig? I got these, and I tried it a little. I just, haven't done it a lot. More wacky hooks. Just some red EWGs. Here's a bunch of tube hooks with weights. You know, it gets a little rattles. You guys know I like those internal ones. So there's some there. There's some more there. So I'll throw those in the boat if I'm going to throw a tube rig. These worm hooks, I used to use these back in the day a lot, and they actually work very good. If you guys are looking to like throw a worm or a Texas rig of any kind of bait, this is a real simple way of doing it, where the weight is connected to the EWG hook. You just Texas rig it and you can flip away. I used to use these a lot. I haven't used them in a while. I have a bunch of different kinds. These are the ones from Bass Pro, obviously. The old classic spider head. You guys throw slider worms. Just trailer hooks, keepers. So trailer hooks for my spinner baits. Some 3/0 Daiichi hooks. Just looks like this is mostly hooks in here. There's some more of those hook jig setups there. I don't remember what you really call these, but these work great, especially if you're gonna flip grass all day. They work real good. You can get the bait right down through the grass. 3/0 hooks, look like a screw-on hook there. Some different hooks. Owners, more Demikis. Put those over there, Demikis. So this drawer definitely needs to be. This looks like more of those worm hooks, soft plastic hooks. Lots of those. These are the original ones I used to get. These Joby, that's what it was, the Joby rig. Now I remember. It's the old Gamakatsu Joby rig. I don't know if these are still made. I'd love to see if they had these tungsten anywhere. I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't think they make these anymore. But these were the original ones we used to get back in the day for throwing our soft plastics in heavy grass. More Joby, lots of Joby rigs. As I said, I have not thrown these in years. These ones I think I probably got. It's all faded. Looks like Lure Parts. Yeah, Lure Parts Online sells them still. So I got a bunch from there. Different head colors. Just some wacky hooks. More finesse hooks there. There's the red ones. A couple mushroom heads here. Out of their bot. So they've got to be put away. Looks like sliders. Original slider head. That's the one I like the best. Is that the 1/4 ounce? Yeah, that sled head type. It's a nice gliding action. That's great on a trick worm. More Joby heads here. 3/16 ounce. Black and red 4-pack. I'm gonna look and see if they still make the Joby Pro hook. I'm not sure. J&J Lures, Independence, Missouri. I have to check. Looks like some more sliders. Some Pro heads. It's a smaller size, it appears. It's a 1/4 ounce, I guess. It must be the Pro hook. It's a little stouter hook. Looks like some shaky head hooks there. Looks like those might be some Strike Kings, if I remember correctly. A couple more VMC wacky hooks. Some of that Edwin Evers, that pumpkin Ed jig that Yum came out with, throwing like big worms, like as a shaky worm, but like a big, 8, 10, 12 inch worm. But it's pretty cool if you're looking to, summertime fishing out on like, deep humps or points with big soft plastics. It's a good, like, bigger size Fish 307 there in New York. But if you'd like to throw some bigger worms or deeper, shaky head fishing, these are good. I don't know if Yum still makes these, but you can say it's a 5/8, 6/0 hook. Same. This is a smaller one here. It's a 1/4 ounce 5/0 hook, so big gap hooks for big baits. So I'm gonna leave that stuff out so I can organize these when I'm done with the video. I don't know, this video's 10 minutes long and I'm already doing one, so I think I might just do one at a time. Wow. Just looks like random hooks. I'm not really sure here. Looks like some football heads. That's, I believe, some of those. Well, just hooks. This is just hooks. That's hooks, and that's just some football head stand-up jigs there. There's some more of those Jobies. So that's the Lucky Strike version, apparently. There we go. Got So that should be in the drawer up there. Random hooks and weights. So it looks this stuff was probably in the boat. And I threw my shaky head, threw my drop shot bait, threw my slider. So those need to be cleaned out a little bit. So making these videos will be a good thing because I can organize this. Swimbait heads, I think I got these at Wacky Worm. They look like Wacky Worm swimbait heads that I got years ago. Here's the half head jig from Berkeley, which is a nice jig head. It's a 3/8 ounce. Probably get a few of those in here. Yeah, there's some more half heads. Get those up out of here, out of the way. More half heads, 3/8. Looks like most of these look like they're 3/8. Oh, it's quarter. First one was a 3/8. It's 3/8 over there. Let's see. Stanley frog hooks. You gotta throw in your plastic frogs. There's some screw-in hooks you can use. I think these are more of those Wacky Worm swimbait heads. So looks like I have this stuff kind of in the right section together, but it still needs to be organized. Gulp heads, darter jig heads. Gulps, those are pretty big. I don't know what size hooks they are. It's all faded. I would assume they're at least a 1/2 ounce, maybe 3/4. Let's see. Some Power Team lures. Some jig heads from them. A couple here, different sizes. Throw your Neds on them, throw your swimbaits on them, 3/16 and 1/4 ounce. So different size jig heads there. Some Danielson 1/2 ounce jig heads for slow rolling your Kitex there in the wintertime along the bottom. Football head jigs. I don't know where these came from. Baitrigs.com. Looks like kind of a football head, shaky head deal. Baitrigs.com. I don't remember where that came from. More of those Wacky Worm swimbait heads I got from back in the day. A little heavier size. Some different football heads. I don't remember. Or I'm sorry, swimbait heads. I don't remember who made those. Not sure. I can recall. But swimbait heads. Let's see. Rattling Google Eye jigs from Kalen's. I must have got these. I think I bought these at Runnings a few years ago. I saw them there. I thought I'd try them out. I like the red hooks. So, nice little jig head from Kalen's. Let's see if I get some room here. It's more of that Wacky Worm swimbait head, 1/4 ounce. I do miss going to Wacky Worm. All right. If you guys have ever used these snap jigs from Berkeley, they're pretty cool. Put like a fluke on there when the water's really cold. Just snap them off the bottom. You can add with this, you can add a blade here if you want, but they're pretty cool. I use them every now and then, try them when that water's really cold. If I'm throwing a blade bait, I may bring these with me too, and just to try them out. That's that snap jig. Here's a Picasso shaken football head, so I'm going to assume that's a 3/4 ounce, yeah. So, Picasso football head jig, screw on. Let's see. Some Owner, 1/2 ounce 5/0 shaky head, so for bigger baits. I probably got these up at Kittery. That's my guess. Just some random football heads. And looks like some slider heads in there and some screw-ons. So I should go through this, and some of these ones are all rusted out. Just chuck them. But just some. Another one of the snap jigs. 1/0 3/8 ounce. You guys get a good look at that. And it looks like another Picasso here. Shaky football head. Another 3/4 ounce. So I got 2 of those. And that's it back in that drawer. Yeah, I think we're going to do one drawer at a time, or we will be here all night. You realize how much stuff is in here. Okay. You guys want a nice pro shaky head? This Mega Strike one is really nice. Got some different size. Actually, I'm going to get off the chair, get down here. We can see this better. Kneel down here. So these Mega Strikes. I'm assuming they still make these. These are really nice. Some different sizes here. Let's get these out of the way. 1/4 ouncers, 1/8 ouncers. So if you want a real good stand-up jig head for whatever it is you're throwing. These are really nice. There's Bobby there in the back, half quarter ounce Pro Shaky 2 head. So if you guys want to finesse bigger baits, or finesse fish bigger baits, these are really nice. I'm assuming they still make them. Now see, I have a lot of stuff mixed together here that should be set up together. Looks like just some Ned head type baits. More sliders. More of the pumpkinhead jigs. 5/8, 5 ounce. 5/8, 5/0. 5/8, 4/0. 5/8, 4/0. So a lot of those bigger size. Here's some of the Venom tube heads, quarter ounce. Flick shake heads. If you guys like throwing a flick shake, which I do. Some more of the Mega Strikes here. You guys like throwing that Bubba Shot, or just, I haven't done that in years. Oh, another one of those Kalins. I can stick that up there. Quarter ounce, that should be up there. So they can see these need to be organized just a little bit. There's a tube set up there from Venom, little tube kit with the tube weights, and then they got the little rattles you can put inside the tube. This looks like from old Dave's Bait and Tackle, a lot of his jig heads I used to buy over the years. Football heads, regular, you know, just jig heads. Big bag of those. All right, let's see what we got here. Looks like stamina jig heads. Whoops. So just a crap load of jig heads. Crap load of jig heads. And it looks like more of those football heads, or I'm sorry, football heads, those stand-up jigs for, if you want to throw that spider jig, that's one of the heads I used to like to use a lot. Finesse jig heads. If you guys like jig heads, you'll love this video. So many different kinds. There's more of those gag crawl finesses I used to buy. Old David Dudley hook there, stand up. He likes to throw that wacky word. Spot remover, jig heads. More of those. This is definitely from Dave's Football Head Jigs, Bait and Tackle. Different colors, screw in football heads that I used to buy over the years. From that company, I know Dave used to sell those. It looks like some football heads from Yamamoto. I don't know if Yamamoto still makes all these or not. So Trocar, shaky heads. Some more of those owners, and I can add that to the other section, and I think that's it for that. Definitely gonna go through this later. And last but not least, let me get down here so you guys can see this. All right, get situated here. Give you guys a better view of this. Oh, let's see. I'm assuming looks like Ned's there. Ned heads. Let's see, more Neds. Looks like some regular Neds. Oh, try to remember where I got these from. I don't remember who used to make these. Maybe Trapper Tackle used to make those. Kind of like it's like the Trapper hook, the old Trapper hook with that weight on there. I don't remember who made those. Wacky Jig Frenzy, Whack-a-Sack. I'm not sure who made those. There, I gotta get sitting up here. All right, that's better. Hope you guys can see this okay. Just some more classic spider heads from throwing your slider worm. One of the first things I ever threw when I fished back in the day when I was younger. Some half moon heads from VMC. Looks like some Neds. Half moon heads. Hookers. These are companies to make hooks and stuff. I don't know if they still exist. Some of these companies, I don't know if they're still around. Looks like different slider heads here. Some of the original ones. I definitely organized my sliders. There's more of those wacky jig frenzies. I think if I remember how that worked, it was kind of a different idea of tying. I think you tied the line up here, and then the line just that weight kind of flopped around with that hook behind it. So just a different idea. VMC hooks. Oh, that's for if you're going to power shot. The EWG hook. Some old Smalley. Gosh, I don't remember where I got these all. Wacky Worm. I guess I got them at Wacky Worm. There's definitely some old Wacky Worm jig heads there. More sliders. Some Cabin Creeks. I love the Cabin Creek, the actual bait, the little crawl bait, but the hooks to me were always too small of a gap. Looks like Jimmy Houston there. I don't know who makes these, who made these hooks. Daiichi. Some Arky jig heads, some smalley heads. I think I bought these years ago at Northern Bass Supply, but I don't remember. Some Mustad hooks. Some more Yamamoto hooks. Yamamoto hooks. Old, jig head types. Some more VMC half moons. Let's see, that's a slider. Lots of slider heads. Never have enough of those. More here. Slider heads. Some of the Pro Series ones with the heavier hook. That's a real finessey one there. Let's see. If you guys can see that. That looks just like a bunch of mushroom heads from whoever, wherever. More slider heads right there. Mushroom heads with red hooks. I know I got these at Wacky Worm. It's kind of like that slider type, but it had a screw on. I remember getting those back in the day. I showed you those and those and those. I don't remember where I got those from. Let's see. Just a different kind of jig head. Lead-free jig heads. Okay, well, they're lead-free. It's good to know that. Lead-free jig heads. 3/16 ounce with a 4/0 hook. Well, there's a jig head I could use around here. Nice. And last but not least, a VMC weedless Nico hook. So that is 22 minutes, and that's one of those. So instead of doing 3 of them at a time or all of these, I think we'll just stick with one. Because some of these have a lot of stuff in them, and I don't want to have a 2-hour video that you'll be asleep through for most of it, if you're not already. But that is just one of those, the storage box things that I buy, and it's jig heads. So it's somewhat organized with jig heads and hooks, but obviously you can see a lot of the stuff was mixed. I gotta just kind of put it together, so that's why I left this out, so I can really get this organized. And then maybe when I do a video of this guy, I can show you how the progress I made on this, just to give you a quick view of it. But that's it, guys. So any questions on any of those jig heads? If you saw one you liked and you want to see more of, I could do a quick video on just that particular video, how I use it to rig baits or whatever. You see anything there you like, you want to see more of, just let me know. I know there's a lot of stuff and hard to digest it all when you see it in a 20-minute video, but that's it. I just kind of try to keep the jig heads that I don't use. You just can't put everything in the boat, or if you're fishing from the shore, you just can't carry everything with you. So I just leave these in here. If there's something I know I want to take with me, if I know I'm going to throw a slider, I might bring one of these, and throw them in the boat if I'm going to throw a slider all day, or a trick worm using that slider head. But that's it, guys. So any questions on any of these? If you want to know more about these mega strikes or the sliders or anything, I could do a video just on sliders for that matter. But that's it. So like I said, any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. All right. So I will see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.